Hey family and friends, just wanted to give you an update. I'm here in Eugene, Oregon, finishing up the last week with Focus here on campus, and thought it'd be easier to send a video message so that you can hear me, see me, and be able to express fully my gratitude towards you and kind of the next steps moving forward with Focus. First off, I want to start off by kind of just highlighting a few blessings from this year at University of Oregon. Being a new campus here and the only campus in Oregon, my team really developed a great fellowship here to be able to share in faith and community with others where it wasn't here before. There's a lot of skepticism of friendships and who Christ was in people's life, and through my teammates' efforts and my own efforts, there's been great fellowship to be able to come together with groups sizing 20, 30 plus, and having that opportunity to grow in faith with one another through Bible studies, mentorships, group events, and just honestly being that authentic person leading a life with Christ. And through that, what I've been able to update you on recently was the 3 new hires coming to Focus from the University of Oregon. Praise God for Joe, Josh, and Aaron and their answer to the call to be a missionary. Please continue to pray for them as we all move forward towards new staff training in Florida coming and starting in a week's time. Now, what I want to update you guys on was my own personal kind of journey going into this coming year and what it's looked like since January. In January, I had a very set understanding that I wanted to go into nursing, and kind of just put that in my prayer most of the time, saying, Lord, may I pursue nursing in whatever capacity you desire. But when I went to Mexico City for training for mission trips, that kind of prayer kind of dwindled, because what I had heard in prayer and what I had heard from spiritual direction was the understanding that I couldn't grasp at the things that I didn't have control on of. Rather, I could grasp at the ideas of what God wanted and desired for me leading into this year. And so as I started to hand over those kind of desires of nursing and maybe being the team director here at Oregon, another thing popped into mind with the missions department to be able to pursue that. And what the missions department does is, I've been on the Philippines and Mexico City medical missions these past 2 years with you, and who I'm in contact with is a missions specialist with Focus in Denver to be able to help coordinate the on-the-ground efforts that we put forward for students and the team to be able to serve the poor, serve the sick. And what I thought at the time was that something that I've been convicted of is how to serve the world within the capacity of Focus, and how to be a part of that so that college age can know the need and the desires of the heart for the Lord to be served in that way. And so in February, I started the process of being interviewed and an application to see if that was a right fit for me to be able to pursue. And what came from it was this understanding that with my background in nursing and the desire to serve, that there's nothing more important in this world than to bring human beings, both body and soul, closer to Christ, to be united with Him. And how that's going to be done in the best way now is to be able to help students go on mission trips, pursue Christ in that way, maybe even encounter Him for the very first time through the sick, the poor, whoever it may be. And being able to do that, I have accepted a position with the missions department, and I'm able to say that what my position is looking like is a field staffer. What that means is I will move to Denver for 5 months, being trained in how to lead 10 to 15 mission trips throughout the year. And then in January, I'll actually move out of the country to be on the ground support for those mission trips coming in to whatever country I may be moving to next year. And what a blessing it's been to be able to consider the prayers coming from you, from friends, from other missionaries, and knowing that this is going to make a difference in the long run for college age to visit and to know of that goodness, as well as knowing that it's going to have a different kind of impact other than the one-on-one kind of interactions I've had here at University of Oregon, UCLA, Colorado State. And so what has led to that is actually a quote by one of my favorite authors, Hans Urs von Balthasar, in the book Heart of the World. It's an understanding of what our call is as Christians, and specifically as missionaries. He says in it, But we are not God, and in order the more mightily to show us the power of his center, he hurls us out imperiously, not alone, not powerless, but endowed with our own center and in the power of his mission. None of us are alone in this mission, and we have the capability to make a big difference wherever we are called to serve the Lord. Matthew 28 and saying, "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations." That is each one of our calls to be able to serve the Lord in that way, and I desire to serve in this way with missions, to be able to do that for the poor wherever I may be called next year. And so what this time looks like now is tomorrow I actually leave for Florida to be a dean once again at training in Ave Maria University, and what that means is I'll be in charge of 10 first-year and second-year missionaries with their formation, leading them in kind of the ropes of what it means to be a missionary on college campus, as well as being able to honestly grow in fellowship with them, having the classes for the intellect, and being able to kind of interpret that over of saying, how can I share this goodness with students in college who are searching for more and seeking that answer of love and goodness from the Lord. And then from there, I have a great opportunity to serve at the USCCB conference in Orlando, Florida, from July 1st to July 4th, where I get to be partnered up with a bishop in the area and kind of just share the vision of Focus and tell him what's happening on college campuses around the country this past year especially. From there, on July 8th, I will be heading out to the Philippines for another medical mission trip that we will be taking 15 students, 3 other missionaries, and a priest from Nebraska to the Manila area and to Bataan to be able to provide clinics as well as serve with the Missionaries of Charity in their home for the sick and the dying. Throughout all of this, there have been so many opportunities to be able to encounter Christ and know of his goodness, and I just wanted to share those opportunities with you as well, and saying that none of these would have been capable. I would have never been capable to do these on my own without you and your support, your love, your prayers, everything. And it means so much to me to be able to share with you some of those encounters on campus here at Oregon, as well as throughout the years of stories of people coming to know Christ in a deeper way. I want to end with another quote from a book called Conversations with God, because when I was discerning what was the next step in my life, this kind of really clicked with me in the way that it may impact your heart and my own heart to be able to know of Christ being present in everything. So it says, "The Christian faithful do not flee from the world in order to see Christ fully. They consider themselves as part of the world's structure, to which they try to give form from within their own prayer, their example, and their magnanimous charity." Thank you guys so much for being with me in mission this far. Know that I will be contacting you all throughout June. It's a little easier to do it this way and then be able to follow up. Know that I love you all very much, and that I'll be calling you soon. Thank you.